If a police officer stops a minor, what documentation is the minor supposed to show the police officer to prove that he or she is a U.S. citizen?
Again, reasonableness is the thing. If there's not a reason to ask, officers aren't going to ask.
Well, let me ask you this. There's a car driving. There's an adult driving it. There are minors in the back seat. Now, the law allows the children to be checked, right?
Well, Mr. Chairman, at a certain age, and I not recalling with the age, at a certain age.
No, there's no age. It just all the children can be checked and should be checked under the law and its regulations. What are the children supposed to show?
Mr. Chairman, if they don't have ID, they're not supposed to show anything. You're not required to have ID, unless you're a driver or, in Arizona, we allow parents to go down and get an Arizona ID at any age if a parent.
So you think under this law, children, to prevent themselves from being sent to a detention center or whatever, would have to carry some kind of ID?
Mr. Chairman, that's not accurate.
Well, that's,
Mr. Chairman, there's a reasonableness again inferred.
I'm just going to submit for the record Section 3B, and it doesn't list any exceptions at all.
We must stand for our families and our communities. We are united against SB 1070, and come election time in November, we will be heard.
My Unitarian Universalist faith says we are all part of one human community, one human family, a part of one great love, and together we can change the systems that are criminalizing our neighbors and our community and are putting us all at risk. It is time to stand together, united against fear, united against racism, united against racial profiling. We can win and we will win, and it doesn't matter what the Supreme Court does in June and the decision they make. We will win because we are on the right side of history. We are on the side of love. We are on the side of human rights and human dignity, and we will stand together.
Driving on the 10 vast desert on my left, mighty mountains on my right. Wonder when I'm gonna get close to where I'm supposed to be. I coast and write rhymes at an empty beat, and no one really knows where I am or where I'm headed, me included. I don't exactly have a clue in why my thoughts are fluent in the language I don't speak. Mirage of a shadow from a ghost that's following
attrition through enforcement scheme has been tried before at the city, county, and state level going back to 2006. What has come from these past attempts? The short answer, nothing good, unless your only goal is to make brown people move.
73% of Arizona's supported SB 1070.
And if Senate Bill 1070 was so popular, why did the sponsor get recalled out of his own legislative district?
If you were speeding down the highway and had your infant in a car seat, in the back seat, and you were pulled over and charged with speeding, should that infant get the ticket too?
Senate Bill 1070 puts that wall right between law enforcement and the Latino community, and particularly with women of domestic violence. Too fearful to go to police to ask for help because they're fear of, one, being deported, and even worse, being separated from their kids. This is exactly why Governor Brewer denied the invitation. She can't justify the very bill that she signed.
For us that are here, we know that we are on the side of justice. And as all the people, we have seen many invaders, we have seen immigrants coming through these territories. When the Anglo-Free people came through, and here to Ghana, the white people, they had thorns on their feet, cactus, and we helped them to survive this territory. The indigenous peoples, whether reluctantly or not, say that every person is a human being. You yourself are an organ. You are a human being.
Let's put the figures together. Let's put the numbers together. Deportations do not happen by themselves. Arpaio brings in the people to ICE. Phoenix Police Department brings up the people to Arpaio, and ICE is the one who deports them. They are equally as guilty and have as much blood in their hands as Arpaio and Phoenix PD. And this is why we're we're here. We're sending a message loud and clear, and we're sending a message to Washington, D.C., and letting them know that our community has already declared SB 1070 to be unconstitutional, and it's whatever the community decides that it's going to be. That's the rule of law.
Blame me for all things you think that I've done. Dodging no puns for fun. Throw out all the BS. See us, make you wanna be us. Similar minds from atoms that gave birth to ideas. Just let it be us with no fuss. We must trust the power with water can turn metal to rust, and it goes abracadabra, end of an era. Here's another chance to correct all your errors. Whatever will be, will be. Que sera, sera. Will it just be whatever, whatever? Get out of the cover, every single one of ya. Over the hills and the mountains, so closer. Supposed to be Galileo Galilee's law of the pendulum, time the period of my swing.
I haven't slept at all. Everybody's so concerned about Amy and about everybody, all 9 of these people.
Has Amy ever been arrested before? Has she done this before?
Amy's never had a traffic ticket. As a person of white privilege, my family's been torn apart for 23 hours, but ICE has deported over 40,000 parents of citizen children.
Abracadabra, end of an era. Here's another chance to correct all your errors. Whatever will be, will be. Sera, sera. Just be.